All right, good afternoon. Welcome to C&T Collectibles. We're the only YouTube channel that gives you an extra down. This is For and Out. So, Tom, there's no truth to the rumor that Matt LaFleur has subscribed to our channel to get an extra down.
Matt LaFleur is the Packers coach. How would he know us?
It's a joke because they really kind of screwed up their fourth down, their game.
Yeah. I actually kind of like that Tom Brady beat them.
Oh, absolutely. I was loving that and not just because, Vikings fans or anything like that. But it's like if you when you're going to make a call to be like, all right, a couple minutes left in the game, let's just give the ball back to the greatest quarterback of all time. You should probably get the L in that one.
Yeah. But I kind of wanted them to win to see them play the Super Bowl at home because they're the first ever team to do it in NFL history.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, the Vikings had a shot a few years ago, but Tampa is going to get that now. So, anyways, let's get to our top four risers and one punt in NFL trading cards. And we're going to start off with the 1989 Topps Traded Troy Aikman PSA 10. I don't know why this one is on the leaderboard. So, in baseball,
he's a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely, they're all going to hold their values by Hall of Famers. In baseball, when the regular season ends and you get through the playoffs, you do start to see a rotation into vintage cards. They tend to do well, and so maybe that's the same in football. Playoffs are kind of on their way out, and so maybe you just have the playoff relevant players doing well, and then everybody else starts focusing on the vintage cards. So over the past 2 weeks, Troy Aikman is up 118% here. So you can see that for whatever reason. And this isn't this isn't like a card going from $20 to $30 or anything like that. Is that a decent amount?
It's going from $100 to $250.
Exactly. So yeah, if you go over the past couple of months, it's an even bigger rise here. So we'll look at the all-time. If I can see it. And I cannot see it here. There it is. There it is. That's what I was looking for here. We're in the way, Tom. Yeah, I don't know. So you had buying pressure kind of building up here, and so a little bit of a pop makes sense, but that's more than a little bit of a pop. And I would say, much like Troy Aikman was with that offensive line in the 90s, untouchable. So.
And it's because he's a Hall of Famer. Because I do not know anything from the 90s.
That's all right. That's all right. All right, go to number 3
but
riser.
I imagine he had a good team.
He had a great team. So number 3 riser for the week is Dwayne Haskins in the base PSA 10. He is up 122%. And this one makes a little more sense here. Very little more sense, but it does make more sense. He's going to play football again.
It actually doesn't make sense because when I play Madden, I always crush him up.
No, that makes sense, actually. That he's not good makes sense, but that his card is becoming relevant because he has a job also makes sense. So you can see that he has a job. He's a starter. Oh, he's not very good. Cut.
No.
And then you have this song. But if you're gonna buy, there's a lot of buying in here. So if you're ever gonna do something with it, this is where you do it.
Good Mount Everest, except one side
is a steady climb,
and then the one side is just a big fall.
And it's a big fall, steady climb and a big fall, and then now you're getting some buying here, and it's coming into a level where
it's about at 100.
Yeah, you see what happens on this one. Yeah, so you had this reference point $104. You're right here, about $100 or whatever. So this is you can go all the way back into here. There's a lot of buying in this area, so that kind of gravitates back to there. Makes some sense that it goes much higher. I think he's going to have to do something with his newfound position. So, all right, our number 2 riser for the week
is Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, because I think he just ran in another touchdown, perhaps. I don't know.
One of the best rushing QBs in the AFC.
That is true. He's up 150% over the last week.
And that is the red, white, blue, raw.
Yeah, the Prism Lamar Jackson red, white, and blue raw. So, again, not an insignificant amount by any stretch here. So you can see that he was, $58, and then 145. So I mean, that's a big deal over the past couple of weeks here. So. All time, what do we see? And he has a job. So unlike Dwayne Haskins, he has a job,
and he's on a team that is pretty good.
Absolutely. So here's MVP Lamar Jackson, or having a good part in the middle of the season. So the offseason is a good time to pick these guys off. When you get to this level of volatility, you kind of want to avoid it. But now he's back to a level where there's enough buying to kind of support these prices. And if you're looking for one, this seems like a decent place to do it, I suppose. So.
It's kind of like a lot of buying Mount Everest, kind of.
Oh yeah, well,
there's the mini at
and we don't
right
touch
there.
it. Yeah, we don't touch them here.
And then
so
that's the big Mount Everest.
yeah,
which
so
which we don't
a lot of people
buy.
are talking about bubbles for cards, And it's like, yeah, some cards are, but a lot of cards are not doing that. So I suppose it could return down to this part where it's nothing, but save that for a day when he's not playing football. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you're looking for Lamar Jackson, that seems like a reasonable spot to do it. So, all right, what are we doing here? Our number one riser for the week
is
Peyton Manning, who probably he probably just threw another touchdown because he was that good.
No, it's because he got inducted into the Hall of Fame of Class 2021.
Oh, well, thank you. Should that be a surprise? That shouldn't be a surprise, though, right? I don't know.
You didn't tell me if it shouldn't be a surprise.
It shouldn't be a surprise. Up 200% in the last week here. So, I don't see where we're up to. We're up to 100%. It looks like it's down. So I wonder if 24. Yeah, you got to go back to this area here. So yeah, sure.
All
right,
$80.
$80, and you're at
$240.
Sure, let's go for that. Let's call it 200%. So nice job for whoever got this. Well, it just looks like a darn mess here. So, whatever happened though. So this is where, this is where people that collected cards 40 years ago decided to get back in and lifted every price across the board. And so you've got a new natural level here. The way this is, with these spikes, it's no surprise to see it come back down into this area. So probably leave it for now and call it a damage treatment. But he's certainly worthy of higher prices because of his overall stature and all that kind of stuff here. So, all right, let's get to our one punt for the week.
Which is Josh
Allen. Okay, this makes sense. All right, here's a player that just got bounced from the playoffs that people would be selling this card. I get this one.
He did get crushed by the Chiefs.
Ooh, he's not the only one. They look tough here. So he is down 43% for the week, and it's like, okay, should he be down 43%? I don't get that. Should he be down? Yeah, okay, yeah. Once you get out of the playoffs, that.
But that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So he's just coming
at like $10 up to.
Oh yeah, no.
And then it goes up to like $1,200.
That's where you just any rookie that's like $10 or 10 or you just buy them because it could turn into this, and then you only need one to make up for the rest of them.
And then it gets way up to like 1,300, and then it's way down.
Yeah, and he probably continues to slide. If you saw it in that $600 area, it wouldn't be a surprise. If he even made its way down to $400 during the off season, that probably wouldn't be much of a surprise either. So that is your number one follower for the week. We've got two bonus players here. We'll just rifle them through them real quick here because they weren't on the leaderboard, but gosh, we should probably look at them anyways. And we'll look at the
guy who made it
Super Bowl quarterbacks. Let's look at the guys that won, right? And Tom Brady, this is his rookie as well, McGraw. In the PSA 10, and you can see that he's coming up on all-time highs here. So probably puts in a new high, with the Super Bowl. Wins it at home, but a lot of hype about it. I think a lot of people are going to want this card at this point here.
But he's playing against the Chiefs.
But these,
you don't know if he might beat them.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying he's going to win, but that he's playing. Over the next couple of weeks, there'll be a lot of hype around these cards, and you could probably see a new high out of this one here. I wouldn't chase it, but I think that the prices could go a bit higher here.
It's at like 10,000, which is a lot.
It is, but you start looking at the goats of other sports. Look at like Michael Jordan, and look at some of those other guys. Those card prices, LeBron, especially basketball, that's just insane. But look at the Mickey Mantle that just went. There's a lot of money coming into cards here, and we're not looking at him at all.
Except he is the other number 12.
He is a goat. There's no question about that.
A goat number 12.
Yeah, no, let's look at...
Also like Tom Brady.
Right, that's what I meant to have, a Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mahomes. He is the GOAT of 3 years.
Yes, and you know what? You had a lot of hype around, a lot of mania, and he's back into a level where it's like, that's kind of the way he's playing, the way he's going. Yep, that's probably a fair price.
The second year in a row that he has made it to the Super Bowl.
Correct, yeah. So no, he's had a terrific run here, and maybe he drops a little bit. Who knows with the off season? But it's like, yeah, there's a lot of buying in this area, so there's a lot of support for his prices. That makes sense. I do kind of want to go back to Aaron Rodgers and do one thing here. So I don't know if I'm going to see it. Oh yeah, here it is. Good, still there. So this is kind of interesting. Big move here. But he did have this breakout from 600 to 1,000, and then you had this little compression pattern here. And then, so the measured move is, $600 to $1,400, and so what's $1,000 to plus $400?
$1,400.
There you go, and you just about got there. That was the measured move, so he hit that and he came back, and so he probably continues to fall at least to this level here. And it wouldn't be surprising to see him come back down into this level at some point during the off season. So, all right, yeah. So sometimes the human psychology, if you just kind of put it on paper, and you can kind of pick off human emotion once in a while here and see what people are gonna do before they know what they're doing. So, anyways, that is for and out. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.